you will not be disappointed, as I'm sure you were not already this morning. So, with that, good morning, interns, faculty, research mentors, family and friends, university and community leaders, and distinguished guests. On behalf of the Bio5 Institute, I would like to thank you for joining us today to celebrate our 2018 KEYS class. My name is Lisa Romero, and I'm the Senior Director of Public Affairs and Engagement for Bio5, the institutional home of the KEYS program, and I'm proud to lead the outstanding KEYS team who works diligently to create an experience our interns will not forget. KEYS was designed uniquely to give high school students the opportunity to spend a summer taking what they previously learned in science classrooms across Arizona and putting that knowledge into action working in world-class research labs here at the U of A. And for those of you lucky enough to have attended the incredible poster session just prior to this, you witnessed the extent to which they also honed communication and presentation skills that will serve them very well in the years ahead. In the past 7 weeks, our interns have collaborated with scientists, engineers, and physician researchers across the U of A campus on innovative projects. Please make sure you all take home a copy of the event program. If you didn't get it, we have extras out front, because it outlines in detail each intern's work summary. You will be as impressed as I am. The research projects are as diverse as the students. The 50 interns in this class were chosen competitively from 251 applicants, representing 61 different high schools across Arizona. The rigorous selection process included a formal review of their writing, teacher recommendations, and an interview with KEYS program staff. You all love those interviews, right? They came from a cross-section of Tucson area high schools, as well as schools in Tuba City, Scottsdale, Phoenix, Gilbert, Mesa, Chandler, Glendale, Buckeye, Douglas, and Yuma. Yes, the team was out recruiting heavily across the state this year, and it paid off. They have contributed to the progress of science by producing data for research grant applications or publications, and as the foundation for next steps in their lab's work. Several of them will even be included as authors on manuscripts that will come from their research projects. In addition to tackling some pretty heavy science, the interns have shown resilience and adaptability, persevering through difficult assignments, sometimes frustrating scientific results, and personal challenges. We are so proud of all you have accomplished this summer. Before I introduce our first speaker, I want to acknowledge a few important KEYS supporters here in the room today. On behalf of Governor Doug Ducey, Sarah Prasada, Sarah, I don't know where you are. There she is. Sarah is the brand new Deputy Chief of Operations for the Governor's Office, and she came down today from Phoenix. Thank you so much for being here and for the support of the Governor's Office. We really appreciate that. And then I had a Facebook memory pop up yesterday with from 2013 that was a photo of me and Regent Rick Myers at the KEYS Showcase that year. I believe he's been at every showcase since then and is here to support this program again today. Thank you, Regent Myers, for being such a great friend of KEYS. U of A Provost Jeff Goldberg and U of A Dean Shane Burgess, Rick Schnellman, Elliot Hsu, Ann Kress, Jim Bagents, Mike Staten, and John Pollard, thank you all for your ongoing support. Tom and Rainey Keating, Sarah Smallhouse, Larry Adamson, Jennifer Barton, and Brian and Lori Ellerman. Your financial support and advocacy is vital to the future of this program. Thank you for all you do for KEYS. And to the 49 principal investigators and their lab staff from across the U of A who served as this year's KEYS mentors, this program would not exist without you. Thank you very much. There are many, many others in this room, in our community, and across the university who are champions for KEYS, and we appreciate you all. It truly takes a village to run an excellent program. next I'd like to invite the University of Arizona's Acting Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Jeff Goldberg, to say a few words.
Thank you. A little note here that says speak directly to the microphone. We'll be okay. Welcome to everyone. We got a little bit of surprise with the fire alarm, but hey, if we can't deal with a little bit of uncertainty, what's the issue? I'd like to welcome everyone here. My job is really to do a lot of thank yous. I mean, this is a fantastic program. As the provost, basically my job is very much like a school principal. So everybody asks me, what's the provost do? And so really, it's running the entire institution and it's developing resources and trying to figure out how do we do some investments to further our mission. And to be honest, our real mission, we do a ton of research, we do a ton of outreach, but our real mission is the education of students. That's why people have the University of Arizona, because of the student output that we do every single year that feeds the general social well-being and all the companies in Arizona and the United States and the world. And we really are a world-level university. You don't do that by yourself, you have to have some friends. And so it's great to see Rick Myers in the audience here, who I've known for more than a decade. When you look at people who've given service to the state and service to the institution, there are very few people. I mean, he's in a very small class. And so Rick, I want to thank you also. About a third of this program is philanthropic, and I think I've got all of my philanthropy group right here in front of me. And again, it's people that I have known with and dealt with really well for more than a decade. And so again, I can't thank people enough. But the one thing that I took out of the intro remarks was we had 250 applications and we have 50 slots. That sounds like that's a task for me, right? And that task for me is how do we figure out, how do we take this from 50 to 75 to 100? The learning outcomes that these students see, I didn't realize the lab. I was going to ask the students about some of the learning outcomes. I could have given a little test here real quick. But the layout doesn't let me do that. But the learning outcomes are absolutely critical. And I know we have sophomores, juniors, and seniors in the crowd today. To the seniors, I mean, I hope your next jump to whatever university you've decided to go to is super and fantastic. I'm sure you made great choices. I'm sure you've gotten great opportunities. I think historically in this program, about 70% of the students eventually go on to Arizona universities, and I think about 60% of those actually come to the University of Arizona. And we're very proud of both of those numbers. To the juniors, our applications open in about 2 weeks. And so get in there, and I know there's all sorts of wonderful programs. Elliot Chu has set up a number of programs relative to the Honors College with honors admissions, and we really look strongly on students that have had these kinds of experiences. I mean, the University of Arizona is a student-centered research university, and so the key is how do we use these kinds of experiences to help educate our students better. The University of Arizona is not a career, except for a few people up on this stage, like me and my friends who have been here. I know some for 25 or almost 30 years now. But it's certainly a step in the path to a career and a future life. And I can tell you, our students go from the University of Arizona to the best companies, the best graduate programs, and the best institutional organizations in the entire world. And so from here, you can go anywhere that you desire. And so I urge you to think strongly about coming to the University of Arizona. The sophomores, you've got 2 years left of high school. It should be a great time. And I hope you'll get a chance to do another program like this, where you'll get a chance to come and see the campus, because the real message from these programs is you belong here. There is a place for you to come here and be successful. It takes hard work, and I'm sure you've all seen that. That's perfectly reasonable. We're going to stretch you. I don't care how good a student you are. We're going to stretch you when you get here. That's our job. To get you to do things and to get you to think about things that you have not thought about before. And that's good. You want to pick a place that fits your style. And so I hope you'll get a chance to explore a little bit and you get a chance to do some great things. And it's really fantastic that you had an opportunity to do this over the 7 weeks of the program. Last off, let me thank our faculty. We have 50 projects. I think there were mentors this year as well. I think overall, from project start to finish, in the 12 years, we've had about 135 faculty engage in this program. You cannot do these projects without engaged faculty. There's no extra dough for the faculty. People do this because of it. They love to work with the students. They love to have exciting projects in front of exciting students. And so without that, we really can't do it. My last group to thank are the parents. I mean, it's a little bit of a leap of faith to bring the student down here every day for 7 weeks and to sort of let us do the education programs that we do. And so I thank you for having trust in our processes and trust in the experiences that your children have, that there will be a strong experience. And I hope you'll get a chance to engage in going to that next level. It's real exciting. I've had 4 children. My youngest one is 30, so it's hard. But I've been in this audience for a lot of programs and a lot of graduations. And it is absolutely the most thrilling experiences, and it is among the most proud days that I've ever had in my entire life. So, on behalf of the University of Arizona, I want to thank you. I understand the task in front of me to move on for the next year. I think President Robbins will be here at the end, and he's an exciting speaker. You get a chance to hear him also. And let's get on with the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost. Hello. Oh, okay. Thank you, Provost Goldberg. We appreciate your ongoing support and for being here today. This is actually one of my favorite things in these showcases, is that we ask a couple of Keys alumni to come back and talk to you for a few minutes about what their journey has been like since Keys. And today we have 2 outstanding Keys alumni here to talk to you, Kyle Klein and Ashley Tara. Kyle, first, is an alum from our 2017 class. He graduated with honors from Paradise Valley High School this spring. In recognition of his academic excellence, Kyle was selected as a 2018 Flynn Scholar. This prestigious merit-based scholarship is awarded to only 20 of the state's highest achieving seniors each year and provides an unparalleled support package for undergraduate study at an Arizona Public University. He subsequently decided to attend the U of A, and he will be starting here in a few weeks. So we're really excited to welcome him here today. He's going to tell you a little bit about the impact of Keys on his life and what's next for him. Kyle?
I didn't know you guys remembered that much about me. First and foremost, congratulations for not melting outside. Even though I've been living in Phoenix for the last 17 years of my life, I'm still not used to the heat. As Mr. Romero just said, I'm a 2017 alum, and I'll be going to the University of Arizona as a 2018 Flynn Scholar. And a lot of that is in thanks to the Keys program. So my experience with Keys, I was fortunate enough to intern in Dr. Betsy Arnold's lab in the School of Plant Sciences, where we basically got to research a whole bunch of things about fungi and bacteria and how those help degrade plants so we can produce biofuels. And after spending enough hours in a fume hood, I realized that that was not my future. Ever since my freshman year of high school, I thought I was going to go be a researcher. 12 years, have my PhD, no big deal, like, I'll go do it and it'll be fine. And that's what I thought my life was going to be for forever. And after going through the Keys program, I realized that that's not where I fit into science. I just got back from a week-long internship in Washington, D.C. Called the Public Health Leadership Scholars Program. And that's where, with the help of Keys, I think I've kind of found my calling. So we got to meet with people like the Surgeon General, the Assistant Secretary for Preparedness and Response, and really take the lessons that I learned in Keys and apply them to the real world. One of the most important things that I learned in this program, and I hope that all the new interns have, is that no matter where you are in the world, passion is one of the most important tools we have to make a difference. And whether you're going to go be an actor, or you want to go pursue professional research, or you want to go work in politics, the most important thing that you can do is have true passion for what you want to do every single day. And I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to fit in that puzzle yet, but I'm really excited to figure it out. And Keys is one of the reasons that I feel confident in doing that, and it's one of the main reasons that I decided to come to the U of A. Just like any other Ivy League school, U of A has amazing programs and amazing professors and flexibility that a lot of schools don't offer. And I'm really excited to start in about 2 weeks, which is kind of insane. But my best advice would be enjoy every single moment, embrace the curves that life throws at you, and get excited for what life holds, because you never know what the future's going to look like, but you can always make it a better future for yourself and those around you. Thanks.
Thank you, Kyle. We can't wait to see how your U of A journey unfolds. I'd like to now introduce Ashley Parra. Ashley was a Keys intern in 2013 as a high school sophomore, wow, and worked in the lab with Dr. Sean Linesand. She graduated from Pueblo High School and is now an undergraduate at Wellesley College studying psychology. She's here today supporting her brother, Leo. He is an intern this year. We're lucky enough to have a lot of sibling combinations that come through Keys, and that's been fantastic. Please welcome Ashley as she shares a little bit more about her path since Keys.
Good morning. It is an honor to be here in front of you all, and I'm thankful to be able to share a bit of my story and some of my experiences. My name is Ashley Parra, and I was a Keys intern during the summer of 2013, the summer after my sophomore year at Pueblo Magnet High School. I had the opportunity to work in Dr. Sean Linesand's lab in the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, studying intrauterine growth restriction in fetal sheep. During my internship, I worked alongside graduate students and postdocs in the lab, and it was this exposure to research and higher education that changed my ambitions and, quite frankly, my life. It was those feelings of ambitiousness and belief in myself that came from participating in the program that allowed me to genuinely see myself in continuing on in research, and is what eventually led me to seek and accept admission to Wellesley College 2 years later, a highly ranked all-women's college in Massachusetts. In many ways, I attribute my admission to Wellesley College to the Keys program, not only for giving me the practical skills of scientific writing, public speaking, and networking, which I still use to this day, and I always use, but also for breaking down the barriers that kept me from having access to places of scholarship. Keys allowed me to be the representation that I had always looked for and that had been absent or very well hidden for too long. In the media that I was consuming, I didn't see any first-gen Latinx people, let alone Latina women, portrayed as scientists or people in higher education. And that is something that has not particularly changed since then, which means that Keys is as important as ever because it continues to dismantle the barriers that have kept marginalized students from accessing these opportunities and from internalizing their successes and hard work. Keys allowed me to prove to myself that someone like me, first-gen and Latina, belonged in elite institutions and places of rigorous academia that I had not been exposed before. I am grateful for that and for being able to come back to my community of Tucson to share my story for the young people, and in particular, the young women and young women of color who may not have seen themselves in higher education, so that they know that they do belong and contribute to these spaces. I no longer study fetal sheep, but ideas of never-ending inquiry and of an infinite curiosity that Keys helped me develop has had me continue doing research, though now it lies at the intersection of the social sciences and the biological sciences, a mix of public health, psychology, education, and community outreach. I am so grateful for the University of Arizona, which is still providing me educational opportunities that have continued to fuel my curiosity and love for inquiry and science. I'm back at the U of A this summer, the summer before my senior year at Wellesley, contributing to 2 main research projects in the Social Risk and Resilience Factors Lab. One studies on the effects of social vigilance on the cardiovascular system, and the other focuses on racial health disparities in Tucson. I extend my gratitude to all of the people who make this program possible, to the staff members of the program, the donors, the PIs, and the general supporters of the program. I also want to thank my high school teachers, particularly Dr. Andrew Lettis, without the support of whom I would not be able to have completed the Keys program. Congratulations, 2018 Keys interns, and a special shout out to my younger brother, Leo Parra, for completing the program this summer. May your journey in academia challenge you in ways that will allow you to grow, and may you always remember to never let these opportunities pass you by. Thank you.
Pretty impressive, right? Thank you. Thank you for being here today, Ashley. We're very proud of all you've accomplished in just a few short years. So before we start the recognition of our 2018 class, I'd like to take just a moment to recognize the small but mighty army of people it takes to run Keys. From student and researcher recruitment, to intern and Keys crew interviews and selection, to lab matching, to program administration, to academic programming, to evaluations, to marketing, communications, fundraising, and putting together this event today, you. There are many, many staff, faculty, and volunteers who dedicate expertise and time. This team often puts in long hours to ensure that our interns and faculty have the best experience possible, and that Keys continues its tradition of excellence. I'd particularly like to thank the following staff members who work on Keys: Kelly Highland and Brooke Moreno. They're of course sitting behind the podium, and they should be out there. They are literally my dream team of program co-coordinators. They run this program every day, and they do an incredible job, and they're an incredible team. Dr. Naja Anderson, who runs our biotech training, and Jesse Lewis, Amanda Ruelas, Leila Kabir, Madison Rawls, Sean Caden, Regina Ozeda, Alex Zhao, Deanna Sanchez, Lomax Boyd, Raina Williams, Haley Gallagher, Marissa Romero, and Amy Barber, who all provide exceptional program support. We'd also like to give a little special thanks today to the School of Dance staff. We had this actually note in here before this morning's fire drill to thank you, but extra thanks goes to you after that as well. Ryan Moore and Lisa Kennedy have been awesome in helping us with this great venue and allowing us to have great flexibility and be really efficient in here today, so thank you guys for your help. I'd also like to give a special shout out today to Dr. Marty Lindsay. Marty is the founder of Keys and is still a part of what keeps the Keys heartbeat strong. She couldn't be here with us today, but I know she's here in spirit, and she told me to let you all know how proud she is of you today. We couldn't implement the Keys program without the faculty and research staff who host interns in their lab. They receive no compensation to do this. They do this for the love of education and the love of inspiring the next generation of students. We have great appreciation for them and their home colleges and departments for opening their labs to high school students interested in their work. Our Keys crew is made up primarily of Keys alumni. They work closely with the interns to support them during the 7 weeks they spend at the U of A. Crew members lead icebreaker activities, conduct lab visits, host social events, provide group lunch oversight, and most importantly, they serve as a resource for the interns throughout the program. I'd like to thank this year's crew: Kristen Alicia Jorgensen, AJ Aguilar, Hannah Ball, Justine Griego, Nina O'Brien, Robin Pratt, Ethan Weiss, and as well as our Keys dorm RAs, Maria Cabillos, Jason Wong, and Jordan Pilch. Thank you guys, we couldn't do it without you. Our Keys support team meets annually to provide longitudinal context and offer feedback on program planning and execution. They represent the various stakeholder groups of the program: faculty, alumni, donors, family members, bioscience teachers, and our external evaluator. Thank you to Ken Addison, Melissa Bowman, Melanie Desaw, Josh Farr, Tom Keating, Andrew Lettis, Julie Ledford, Kirsten Limbasand, Bob Matan, Robin Pratt, Sarah Smallhouse, Brenda Stieber, and Helen Wertheim. We appreciate your guidance and support. Last but certainly not least, I would like to thank Bio5's director, Dr. Jennifer Barton, for her ongoing personal and professional and institutional support of Keys. She's been a faculty mentor to students in almost every Keys cohort since 2007, and even found out what it was like to be a Keys parent last year. Thank you, Jennifer, for all you do. So now we get to move to the fun part of this showcase. Our generous program supporters are going to be presenting their interns with their certificates of completion. So Kelly and Brooke, will you please come forward and introduce the presenters?
Okay, well, thank you guys for being here today. I know you're very excited to see your students get their completion certificates, and I know they're very excited. This means they're going to be graduates of this program and joining the next group of alumni for Keys, so it's very exciting. I just want to tell you how proud we are of you guys and all the hard work you did this summer. Amazing projects out there I saw today, and I'm just so happy that you guys were able to have such an amazing and fruitful summer. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Thomas R. Brown Family Foundation. The Thomas R. Brown Family Foundation has generously supported the Keys program since 2012. Their advocacy has continued to our program growth from 23 Keys interns in 2011 to 50 in the 2018 cohort. Mrs. Sarah Smallhouse is the president of the Thomas R. Brown Foundation and is here today to present the certificates. We'd like to invite you to come forward on the stage. Great. Okay, so I'm going to start reading the names. First name up is Paulo Guerra. Alyssa Holiday. Gary Lee. Boo Meg. Leo Para. And Alyssa Verdugo. Thank you. Okay. Tom and Rainey Keating have supported the Keys program for many years. It was their gift in 2010 that first enabled us to open the program to students across the state of Arizona and house them here on the University of Arizona campus. They are here today to recognize their interns, and we would like to invite them to come forward on the stage at this time. The first intern to receive certificate for this group is Fong Trin Dao. Evelina Kadamova. Vinamra Kumar. Christian Lopez. And Gage Tucker. Thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Keating. In 2015, Helen Wertheim, a UA alumnus, created the Keys to Success Endowment with a generous personal gift. This new avenue to build financial support will help to sustain Keys for many years to come. Unfortunately, Ms. Wertheim is unable to join us today and has asked that Lisa Romero present the intern certificates in her place. 9, Keys to Success Endowment named interns are Marcus Chavez, Alexis Cruikshank Taylor, Joshua Dusek, Laurel Humphreys, Ryan Hunt, and Carissa Shuck. Thank you, Lisa. One of the primary goals of the Bio5 Institute is to inspire the next generation of scientists and positively impact the state of Arizona. Bio5 is home to the KEYS program. Bio5 Director Dr. Jennifer Barton will present the intern certificates. The Bio5 Institute named interns are Maximilian Adane, Latavia Chantata, Nicola Kapoor, Elizabeth Karlowitz, Cassandra Smith, and Liam Wilson. The Connie Hillman Family Foundation is a private independent foundation in Tucson, Arizona that supports girls pursuing STEM degrees and careers. The foundation has been a loyal supporter of KEYS for many years. Mr. Larry Adamson will present certificates for the Hillman named interns. The Connie Hillman Foundation named interns are Geethika Amanani. Did I do it right? Glennie Prabhakaran. Alyssa Unell. And Kaylin Weber. Brooke will now come over and finish the rest of the certificate presenting.
All right. Before I continue with that, I just want to reiterate the appreciation that's been expressed today. I see there's like a solid Ledford Lab line right here in the middle. I know there's more lab stuff in the crowd, but thank you so much to the labs. We really, truly cannot do this without the donation of your time, talent, and treasure. So thank you for your support. We're going to further introduce the rest of the students. Mr. Brian Ellerman and Mrs. Lori Eckert Ellerman are strong supporters of Keys and of unique programs across the university and the community that help develop young people interested in STEM. They are both here today to recognize their interns. We invite Brian and Lori to the stage. The Brian and Lori Ellerman named interns are Zoe Benson, Luke Kim, Hasina Shear, and Talia Tax. Good job, following. All right. The College of Pharmacy Dean Rick Schnellman is joining us today to represent an anonymous foundation that has contributed to Keys for years. Their ongoing support has enabled us to provide meaningful research experiences to more interns from diverse backgrounds from across the state of Arizona. The Anonymous Foundation named interns are Shreyas Haller, Junwon Kim, Charles Lucier, Anish Raju, Nishita Putukuru, and Julia Whelan. And don't run off yet, Dean Schnellman. You got to stay up and keep posing. We are very proud to run Keys with the collaborative support of all of Bio5's core colleges. Leaders from the colleges of Agriculture and Life Sciences, Engineering, Medicine, Pharmacy, and Science not only encourage their faculty to mentor our Keys interns each summer, but also contribute financially to support the program. In addition, the Honors College provides financial support for Keys and offers automatic acceptance into the Honors College for all interns who successfully complete the Keys internship at the U of A. At this time, I will invite a representative from each college to present the completion certificates to their named interns. For the College of Pharmacy, we have Dean Rick Schnellman. The College of Pharmacy named interns are Aida Carranza, and Corazon Nunez. You're dismissed. And here to present intern certificates on behalf of the UA Honors College is Assistant Dean John Pollard. The University of Arizona Honors College named interns are Antonio Camacho Hernandez, and Kelsey Haley. This year, we initiated a successful physical sciences pilot with College of Science Associate Dean Elliot Chu that included 2 of our KEYS interns. Dr. Chu is here to present them with their certificates. The College of Science named interns are Finley Parsons, and Viraj Shukla. Deputy Dean Ann Kress is representing the College of Medicine Tucson here today. The College of Medicine named interns are Rashid Ahmad, and Jessica Lomachi. Associate Dean James Bajans is here to hand out certificates for the College of Engineering. The College of Engineering named interns are Fatima Kawiyas, and Elise McLaughlin. I would like to invite Dean Shane Burgess to hand out certificates for the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. We'll let this group sit down first. You're fine, doctor. The College of Agriculture and Life Sciences named interns are Sami Musalmani, and Carolina Noriega.
Thank you, Brooke. Look at that, all of you graduated. Closing remarks, I would like to recognize Lisa Romero, our KEYS team's fearless leader. She has challenged us to think of KEYS as more than an academic program. And her efforts to promote and connect KEYS have successfully developed it as a brand recognized across Arizona. In addition to her work with KEYS, she wears many other hats and oversees a multitude of other programs and events for Bio5 and on behalf of the university. With all that, she often says that the KEYS Showcase is one of her favorite days each year. I know that this is true and what a special place KEYS holds in her heart. Today we want to recognize her commitment to KEYS and the success of high school students in STEM from across Arizona. Thank you, Lisa, for your many early mornings, long nights, and working weekends to make Keys a successful program that it is. We appreciate you and all you do on behalf of the program.
And it's her birthday.
So, I'm going to do something that she's going to kill me for, but I don't think she'll fire me. So we have a couple of minutes. We're waiting for our final guest who is on his way. But I am going to ask, unscripted, and I hope that she'll be okay with this, Dr. Jennifer Barton, to come up for just a minute and talk about Keys from the perspective of a lab mentor. Again, I think that's sort of our unsung heroes in all of this. We literally would not have a program without our labs and without our PIs and without the staff in those labs that takes time out of their summer to work with young people. It's not always easy to get them up to speed, to get them integrated into programs. And I'm going to let her talk for a minute about it from that perspective. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry, you can't get out of your job daddy. No, it's my pleasure. I've been a PI, a mentor, and had many different Keys students in my labs. And I'll tell you, this is what PIs live for. We come here, all of the faculty come to the university because they want to have an opportunity not just to expand the boundaries of knowledge, but because we love young, enthusiastic, bright kids, right? And this is a place where we get them in spades, and the Keys program is a very special place where we get the best and brightest in high school throughout Arizona. And so it's been a wonderful experience. I'll tell you, when we come in, the students who come into the lab don't get some kind of, watered down, prefabricated, out of a textbook type of project to work on. They jump right into the projects and the research that we're doing. My own lab works on early detection of cancer, and so we're developing new technology. The people who work in the laboratory have to be comfortable with everything from running software to developing circuits to designing optics to working with preclinical models. And so they have to know everything from the biology to the engineering, and that's a little daunting. But the students who come in, I always tell students who come into my lab, it doesn't matter what your background is, what your knowledge is, it's your enthusiasm and your willingness to learn. And every Keys student has not disappointed in that perspective. So we bring them in, we have them a project. They generally work with a graduate student or a technician or some of the lab staff, and they come into a project. Tell you, 6 weeks, because the first week is training. 6 weeks in the lab is not very long, and the time flies by. But the students have always gotten great amounts of work done. They've contributed to projects that, tell them you're jumping in midstream, you're going to be here, you're going to be doing some great work, and then the work that you do, you better document it well because it's going to continue after you're gone too. And so it's been a fantastic experience having these students in the lab. They provide great insight. They come up with ideas that frankly nobody else in the lab has come up with. We bring them in. They make the graduate students nervous because they're so bright and smart and they have great ideas. So that's what we have, and absolutely enjoy doing that. So last year I had a unique experience of not only being a lab PI for one Keys student, but my own daughter got an opportunity to experience the program in another PI's lab, right? That would probably not be a good idea for her to be in my lab. So I got to experience this from the perspective of a parent, and so I understand what your parents out there are going through. It was great to see her come in, see her be nervous, see her have an opportunity to have a great mentor who took her under her wing and taught her to do things, some of which she really, really enjoyed. some of what she said, if I never do that again in my life, that'll be just fine. And that's part of the experience here, is the students finding out what their passions are and what they enjoy and what they want to go on to. I'm proud that this fall she'll be a freshman in U of A in the Honors College, thank you. And so that's very exciting. And she'll be studying public health and have an opportunity to move on in STEM fields. So thank you very much for the opportunity that the KEYS program has had, to Lisa, to all the staff who make this possible, and thank you to all of you.
Anybody else want to talk? So, oh, I think we're good. Close. Let me pick up. I'm sorry. Let me find where I am. So, first of all, thank you, Kelly, Brooke, and the KEYS team for my surprise. And I could not honestly think of a better birthday gift than this day. It is my favorite event each year, and I do a lot of them. But I love this. I love the students and the families and how the community comes together. So thanks to all of you for being so awesome, and you make me very proud. And all of you, I'm very proud of you. So thank you for everything you've done this summer. You now join the 378 alums that have come before you, and we know that you're going to go on to do and accomplish great things as well. So with that, to close the program this morning, I have the special privilege of introducing the 22nd President of the University of Arizona, Dr. Robert C. Robbins. Dr. Robbins was previously the CEO of the Texas Medical Center, an internationally recognized cardiac surgeon and a researcher himself. He was faculty at Stanford University School of Medicine for 20 years, where he served as chairman of the Department of Cardiothoracic Surgery and founding director of the Stanford Cardiovascular Institute. Dr. Robbins has been at the U of A a little over a year, and as I've had the opportunity to get to know him a little bit, he has continued to strike me, and what has continued to strike me most is that he's always positive, he's always energetic, always listening and learning, and always imagining new ways to make the U of A the very best place it can be for our students. Do you remember, interns, when I spoke to you early in the summer about my career journey, and I gave you some tips as you start down your own path? I referenced 3 words that Dr. Robbins has said he values based on a book he recommends. Do any of you remember what those words were? Stay. Wow. I need to up my game or put that on the script. Humble, hungry, smart, right? Yeah. That was really impactful, apparently. Anyways, it was impactful on me. With that, President Robbins, will you join me on stage and give a few words?
I'm sorry I didn't wear a suit, a coat and tie. It's Arizona, right? And I'm about to run off and get on a plane. Well, happy birthday. I didn't realize that. I wasn't in my stuff. And I would sing you happy birthday, but has everybody done that yet? Oh, well, let's 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you. This is a true story. I don't know if I should tell the story. It's always bad if you think about that, but I'm going to tell it anyway. This didn't work for me the last time I tried it. We got down to 2 of the Flynn finalists, and the young woman came to campus, and I gave her one of the beautiful U of A scarves, and it was her birthday, so we sang her happy birthday, and she still chose to go to ASU. So hopefully this was better for you than for her. We sang better. Well, thanks for letting me be here. Congratulations to all of you. Back in the back there are the alums who I was talking to, and someone asked me, do you ever get nervous before you speak? And I said, no, not really. I probably should get more nervous than I do, because sometimes I'm a little unfiltered and that gets me in trouble. But, just letting it go. But you guys have worked really hard. You should be really proud of yourselves. I see you, looks like you've got a diploma, certificate, something to commemorate all the hard work you did. And it's incredible. This is an incredible program. I mean, it is nationally recognized. I've not seen any other program like it around the country. So you should be honored, and you should be proud of what you've accomplished, because you worked hard. And I got to look at a couple of the posters when I was coming in. Nobody was out there, so I got to run around and look. And I saw one on the Apartment Scope Genomics and the Hispanic Latino population. Whoever did that, congratulations. I see somebody smiling, so good work. I think that we're in the middle of a strategic planning process. We're focused on, simply how do we make the university better? How do we make the world a better place? That's what our job is. And it sounds trite and kind of obvious, but to get to that point, you're the future. The reason we're all here at this university is because of our students, and we're going to be changing the focus, changing the culture around being more student-centric, investing resources and programs and helping all of our students be more successful, because at the end of the day, there are many reasons why you all come to the university. And of course, I'm trying to recruit you right now. I think our percentage is pretty good with you guys. But I don't want to blow it again by missing out on a couple of students. And you'll go all over the place. Some of you will go to Arizona State, some of you will go to Harvard or Stanford or whatever, but we would love for you to be here. It's impressive to me how many of you in the 428, it's amazing, how many have come to the University of Arizona and continued to work in the lab that you started in as a Keys fellow. So we would love for you to come to the University of Arizona, but wherever you go, just know that we're going to be here really changing the focus of our strategy about becoming more student-centric, to prepare you to go out at the end of your time at the U of A to get a job, or to go to graduate school, or simply to realize your hopes and dreams. And I think you're going to find this is a incredible place. Obviously, the program you've been in and being focused in Bio 5 is a tremendous part of the university, one of the highlights, and it really captures this fourth industrial revolution theme. I've told Tom before, Bio 5 was the fourth industrial revolution before the fourth industrial revolution started. Sort of, the old saying that I was country before country was cool, or whatever it is. So you've experienced the best of what we have to offer at University of Arizona, but realize we're going to try to translate that across the entire university. And I can't think so many of you who are here. I'm assuming you're mentors or leaders in the program. I should know, Sarah, I should know all this stuff better than I do, but when I look at you, I know who you are. And thank you for making this program so successful. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing your birthday with us, and for your leadership and really making this experience for all of our students, over 400. That's amazing, over all these years. So I don't know that I'm supposed to say much more than that, except congratulations, work well done. I look forward to hearing more about your presentations, and I'm assuming there's a book that I can read of all the abstracts or posters. So I really appreciate you choosing the University of Arizona in this program, and I know it's going to prepare you well, just like all the alumni that can attest to that fact. So this is sort of a big moment in your life, because this is something to be proud of, and it'll springboard you forward to even greater success. And we hope it'll be here, and you'll decide to take your talents right here to the main campus as an undergrad. So thank you all for being here. Congratulations to all of our families and all the mentors.
have closing remarks. Interns, please remain on stage so that we can take a big old group photo with Dr. Robbins. Immediately following, your Keys crew are going to send you back to your posters so that as Dr. Robbins runs out to catch his flight, maybe he might have a moment to speak to a couple of you. In the meantime, parents, we'll have you exit the auditorium, explore our beautiful campus, and return for your students around 1:30, 2 p.m. We're going to be taking them next door to the Giddings building to do their final evaluation, stuff them full of pizza, and take some photos, cry a little. Thank you to everyone for being here today. Thank you to the labs, thank you to the donors, to our deans. We couldn't do this without you, and these 50 students can attest that they've had a wonderful summer. Thank you.